Hey folks, decided to do a video that's not about primer today. I don't know if I followed up with the seat recover. I know I posted some stuff to my Facebook page, but I just thought I'd shift gears for a second, no pun intended, and show you how the seats turned out. Obviously, I'm not doing a how to recover a seat video, but I wanted to show you what I ended up doing. Of course, those of you who are familiar with these seats will notice right away that this is not black. I decided, because there was some corrosion and stuff in here, you can see that these are original. I went ahead and I have a sanding mop on a grinder wheel, and I kind of like the way it turned out after I just brushed it, with the sanding mop. So it looks kind of like brushed aluminum. This is obviously the passenger side, but I did go ahead and cut out these, and because I'm converting it, I'm putting shoulder belts on here, and I got the shoulder belt kit pieces, and I installed it, and it wasn't too hard. You can do it, just got to be careful. Of course, it's a little scary cutting through all this stuff after you install it, but I replaced these buttons and springs. I put new springs inside. I reconditioned the back panels. I did a little bit of work on these fiberglass. They're kind of like fiberglass. I think it's a little different than fiberglass, but this is new. There's some new pieces in here. Obviously, the cover and the foam. I will say that I never want to do this ever again in my life because I don't know if you can see they're just tight, and it was really hard to get these covers around these corners, like here, down on the bottoms here. I mean, it's certainly worth it, but oh my God, that was difficult. But anyway, I just wanted to show you how they turned out. I'm of course looking forward to being able to install them. The bases, let me see if I can just turn one over real quick. The bases turned out okay, and I had them sandblasted. Oh, you can see here too, these were chrome, of course, and I'm kind of just going with this brushed look because I don't want to have these re-chrome. Chroming is very expensive. I don't want to purchase new ones, and so there you go. So it's just going to be like a brushed metal look. But here's what I did on the bottom. I did paint it black. They originally were not painted. So I painted all this, had them sandblasted. I put these springs, right? So these are beefier springs than the originals. I found these springs at Ace Hardware, these end springs, and just put those in. Tip for you, if you disassemble seats, don't throw out these pieces. I kind of chucked these. There's a couple down here and a couple in the back. These pieces, because I had to purchase that, and it was $50 for those springs, or not springs, but these, I forgot what they call this, these pieces of metal rod, zigzag rod or whatever. So, lesson learned. Don't throw anything away right away. Put it in a little box. I mean, obviously you can throw the foam away or the old covers, but any little parts, I recommend just bag it up, stick it in a box until you're done with your project, because I've made that mistake a couple times. I mean, that's just a universal tip. Don't throw stuff away right away, because you might have a bolt on it that you need. You might have to go back for reference to see how something was put together. But anyway, I'm getting on a tangent. These are the seats. I'm looking forward to seeing them in the car, of course, but that's a few weeks away. Anyway, that's how it turned out. I think I got it from Corvette America. I'm not sure. I bought the foam and the seat covers separately. I did elect to go for the leather-like vinyl for a number of reasons. I don't have a number right off the top of my head of what it costs me to redo these, but you know what it costs. I mean, it's $400 for the foam, $400 for the seat covers, and then the rest is some smaller parts. I would say probably $1,000 to $1,100 completed, plus all the labor. So it's not cheap, but I'm glad I did the original seats. These are original to the car. I think it's got some value, and I just like the styling. You know, I think it's, I prefer to have the classic look, even though, you know, of course, if you're doing a resto mod, do whatever you want. But I'm glad I went with these seats, even though they may not be the most, you know, comfortable or bucket-like seats. Still, I think it's nice to have the originals. All right, thanks for watching, you guys. Keep up the great work. Thanks for all the positivity on the channel.